when I first decided to start the company 26 years ago, I called my mother and father to tell them that I was going to start a clothing business. And my mother said, "But Eileen, you can't sew." And my father said, "Eileen, you don't know anything about business." I thought, yeah, that's true. But sort of the miracle is to look around today and go like, how did that happen, since I really couldn't sew or didn't know anything about business? And I think a little secret, or actually a big secret, is that I really don't do much of it at all myself, and really haven't since the beginning. I rely on really smart, talented, wonderful teams of people, really creative, and they all have a lot of fun. We have a lot of fun. It's really, there's a tremendous amount of passion about what we do at the company. And it's really not about business. When I started, the important ideas were things like simple shapes. I had been to Japan and fallen in love with the kimono. That, I don't know if you know, but for 1,100 years in Japan, they wore nothing but one shape, the kimono. And I was really inspired by the idea of making something so timeless that people would want to wear it for a really long time. Other ideas that inspired me like that were Chinese mandarin collar jackets. Again, for many years, that shape was very important in China. I was also just inspired by the simplicity of Japan. I liked really simple clothes. Another thing was I came out of studying interior design, and I was just passionate about fabric, texture, natural fibers. I love the way fabrics felt, the right fabrics. And so I think you'll see in the line today there are many wonderful fabrics. That's what we're known for. I also like things to be timeless. So I use a lot of things like linen, for example, because linen lasts forever. I don't know if you know, but they used to wrap mummies in it. So it's really a timeless, long-lasting fabric. Things like that are really important. Function is a really important idea for me. I think clothes should really work. They should move. They should feel good. They should really function for us. One of the important early ideas was that clothes should work together, that I wanted to create a kind of a system of clothes. And so the idea was that you would be able to buy a few pieces and add on a few more pieces, and each season the proportions change a little. We add a few new pieces and change the colors, change things around, but we work with a lot of the same fabrics and a lot of shapes that go together. So you'll find that over the years you can not throw things away, but build on your wardrobe. Another thing that matters a lot to me is that I'm not trying to sell the idea that everyone should look like Eileen Fisher, everyone should have an Eileen Fisher look. I think it's really important that we all create our own looks. So that's why there's so many different pieces that work together in so many different ways. I was talking to one woman earlier that was wearing two really interesting black pieces of Eileen Fisher, and when I first looked at her, I didn't think she was wearing Eileen Fisher, and when I looked closer, I realized that she had just put them together in a new and interesting way, and it was just the way she contrasted the textures that was special. And I see that all the time. I see that in my company. I see that through the customers. So many different ways to put these clothes together. Okay, so the other thing, I hope you're not getting tired of listening, because just a few more minutes. Once I get up here, I start to roll and I start to ramble. I'm known for rambling. I'm a big rambler. We had already been on a path to try to sort of reinvent ourselves. We had been sort of a niche market. We had been serving maybe an older customer, and some people didn't think we were for them. But we noticed that there were lots of young people in our company that were really passionate about our clothes. And in fact, my 16-year-old daughter, she's now 17, was beginning to wear some of the pieces and stealing them from my closet. No. Well, it's very interesting. Don't you think it's cool when a 17-year-old daughter steals clothes from a 59-year-old mother? That's pretty cool. And that's actually what I want to see happen, that intergenerational thing. And actually, for the holiday party this year, we kind of fought over who was going to wear the dress we both wanted to wear. So I call that the sweet spot. when the young person wants to wear the same thing as the older person. And some of the things we do with the line is that we try to have a lot of different options on how garments can be worn. Like, for example, I've recently got into the idea of short dresses, but I wear them over slim pants or leggings, whereas some of the young girls wear them without anything. And I think it looks great on them, but not on me. There's a lot of passion across the company for lots of things, actually even bigger than clothes. There's a lot of passion for the environment. Over the last period of time, we have increased the amount of garments that are environmentally friendly. 70% of our cottons are organic. A lot of our linens are organic. We do a lot of undyed pieces. There's passion for women and girls. This year, we're doing our first pilot girls leadership program. We were part of the SA 8000, which was the first group of people that worked on creating better conditions in the sweatshops in China and in India and Japan. We're using dye techniques and little sequins, handmade pieces to complement our very simple pieces. So it's kind of something very interesting is happening about the caring that's happening in the company, and it's creating an interesting business too. So I guess just to finish, what's really coming up for me is this idea that a business can be a movement, that a business can change the world, that business can make a difference. And supporting businesses that try hard is a good thing to do. Thank you so much.